Justice League of America number 4, written by Jeff Johns, art by Brett Booth. Last issue, Catwoman got captured on purpose by the secret society, because sure. And this issue picks up with a Argus doctor named Dr. Arthur Light being called up by Amanda Waller, saying, hey, something's come up, we need you to come in, get in here. And he's like, yeah, okay, I'm on my way. So we see Catwoman all tied up, and she's like, hey, Colonel Trevor, I'm currently strapped to a chair. I don't even know if you can hear me. I know you said I should sit and wait, but I gotta stretch my paws. And so she gets out of the chair and breaks out of the room and just starts investigating the place. Meanwhile, we see what Dr. Light was called in for, and it's the little coin thing that Green Arrow got from the Secret Society. And he's like, yeah, it's got some Latin on it. One side says, let them hate as long as they fear. The other side says, forever evil. And he's like, okay, yeah, great. But I hope I wasn't interrupted at 3:30 in the morning for Latin. And he's like, no. So this thing, this coin, is a communications device. And then Green Arrow walks in saying, like, yeah, I picked it up off of Multiplex after we fought. He was using it to talk to somebody. Like, something crazy's going on. And Waller talks to Steve Trevor like, hey, why is Green Arrow still here? I thought you kicked him to the curb. And he's like, well, he kind of blackmailed his way in last issue, so he's going to be here as well. Just think of him as backup for when Catwoman inevitably betrays us. So at that point, Waller's like, okay, but like, why am I here? And it says, all right, the coin is used for communications. It emits a frequency that we can detect and we can replicate, but we can't identify it. Like, we can't quite make it work. And so they say, all right, we think that when we went into the place last time, all of our comms were shut down. We think that there was a loophole to let this specific frequency through, but we're having trouble connecting to the frequency that we gave to Catwoman because we think that it might be made by a metahuman. You are the utmost authority on energies made by metahumans, so can you help us duplicate it? And he's like, I'll do it for America. So at that point, the rest of the JLA go into the hangar and they see Colonel Trevor's fancy new plane. And it's like, oh yeah, no, we've got like armories on this. It's super duper sonic. Like, no one can be able to see it. And they're like, okay, but Justice League has like super senses. They should be able to see it. And he says, no. You understand. Like, this thing is top of the line super camo. It could fool Superman. And I call it the Invisible Jet. And I'm not going to kid you here, just as a little behind the scenes. I threw my book once they said that because, like, it's so obvious. And I was so annoyed that they did it. But, like, it's fine looking back. It's fine. It's not great. It's fine. So they're flying in. They finally get a lock on where Catwoman is. She's in northern Minnesota. And it's like, all right, well, you guys should be there by sunrise. That's when Stargirl's going to start her talk on the radio. By the way, where is Stargirl? And we see Stargirl is hitched a ride on top of the Invisible Jet because she's sick of sitting back and being the spokesperson. So Catwoman's roaming around the Secret Society building. And it's like, oh, this guy has a lot of globes and a map of the Batcave. What the heck? Who is this guy? So then outside we see they've made their way through the woods and they have discovered this manor that was the same one Green Arrow saw before, but now it's in Minnesota. Katana walks up and just slices open the front door, and Stargirl kind of sneaks up behind, making sure she's not noticed. So it kind of keeps jumping between the Catwoman story and the rest of the people. So just to say what the rest of the people are up to, they make their way into this building. They see more robotic Justice Leaguers in the form of Flash and Aquaman. And then all of a sudden they hear a noise, and out from the wall bursts the Shaggy Man, this giant Bigfoot looking guy. And they all start fighting against it. And as Katana manages to land some hits on it, they see that it is robotic. So then Martian Manhunter jumps in and he's like, don't worry, everybody, I can take care of this. But then the Shaggy Man uses fire against Martian Manhunter, and he clearly is a bit out of his range. And Shaggy Man apparently goes back and like fights the rest of the league as well. So that all happened. Meanwhile, Catwoman has made her way through this building, and she ends up getting caught by Dr. Ivo. And she's like, Dr. Ivo, I thought you exploded in that lab explosion. And he's like, that's what I let everyone think. Anyway, come along. We need to go have a talk with our leader. And Catwoman's like, oh, well, let me get changed first. And then she throws this disc at Ivo and manages to get him restrained and knocks him out. She goes running through the building, and she's stopped by Signal Man and I think it was Blockbuster. And she gets grabbed by, I think it's Copperhead. It's a snake man. I don't know, man. It's a lot of people just showing up. And Copperhead knocks her out. She wakes up, she comes to, and there's this pale-looking dude in a purple suit. Kind of looks like the Joker, but I don't think it is. And she's just like, hey, we captured you and your friends are downstairs. And I was like, what friends? I don't have friends. It's like, okay, well, we know you're lying because your friends are downstairs. And they're fighting our Shaggy Man. And so at that point, he pulls out a gun from his cane and says, if you don't start talking, I'm going to kill you right now. And she's like, if you kill me, Batman's going to come after you, and he's not going to rest until he finds you. And the guy's like, you idiot, that's exactly what we want. And so he shoots her in the head, and she is like dead. Like, I cannot see any way that she gets out of this. She is dead. And then one last thing that's also happening right at the end here is Dr. Light hears a voice coming from the coin. It says, hello, Dr. Light. And then all of a sudden it gives off this massive burst of energy, which is surely going to give him some powers because his name is Dr. Light. And we all know Dr. Light is a DC character. So, yeah. All that happened. It's fine. It's a fine issue. It's not, it does feel like we're kind of at a net zero here of things that have actually happened because Catwoman, I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot has happened, but I don't feel like anything that is actually forwarding the plot. And just to give you a perspective on things, I think it's in either next issue or the issue after that is the official start of Trinity War, which of course involves this book. It kind of feels like we're just doggy paddling until we get to that point. Like we're just barely moving it all, inching the plot ahead until finally we get to like, oh, right, we're part of this bigger event now. It's fine, but it doesn't feel like it's making as many great strides in story progression as pretty much any other book that's coming out. So I'll give this one I got to give it like a flat 7 because honestly, the art's not even there this time. It's Brett Booth, not the best. So yeah, I'll give it a flat 7. And I got to say most of that is just for, it's keeping me on my toes. I do like the developments, however few they are, that are happening. I can't say I can really predict where this book is headed at any given moment. So it's got that going that's at least unpredictable and not in a bad writing sort of way. But that's about all I can give it at the moment. So 7 for that.